in college, I ran a catering business. So, and by the way, catering is I tell my team a lot of stories I have from the 2 years I ran a clam bake company out in Boston. And catering is a business that you learn a lot about entrepreneurship. I mean, I got, some really classic stories about, because you got to think on your feet, right? You're in the middle of a party. I have one story where basically this company was really kind of a shady little company owned by some very wealthy people. That brother was a little bit off, and they bought him this business so he'd have a living to make. And he would book all these parties in the wintertime. And then, he wasn't organized about how to work, get everything working together. We had a lot of younger kids working these things. So an idea would be, we went out to Gloucester, Mass. Back in those days, in the 80s, New England had blue laws. You couldn't buy liquor on Sunday. So we're doing a bake at a park. It was a wedding, Polish wedding, we were late as always, and blah, blah, blah. And we get there and they're all, where have you been? The wedding party, they came from the church. They're all waiting for us at this beautiful park overlooking the ocean. And the guy says, just set up the bar right away. And I look at my list, and I was too young to do, as 21 was the drinking age. I was too young. I didn't usually do alcohol bakes, and I look at my thing and he's like, you do have the alcohol, don't you? I'm like sweating like a dog, and I said, yeah, it's in the truck right behind me. And I'm like, what am I going to do? There's blue laws. There's nowhere to buy alcohol. I call up the guy. He goes, give him a 10% discount. I go, are you kidding me? They're going to kill me. And, but as I tell my team, you got to think on your feet. So I had cash with me. I literally went to these people, beautiful houses, Gloucester, Mass. It's like Lake Forest. I went to house by house. I said, I'm a 19-year-old kid. I'm at the University of Wisconsin.
Oh, man.
I said, I'm doing a bake over here at the park. It's a wedding. I'm supposed to have alcohol. I have no alcohol. Is there anything I can buy out of your liquor cabinet? These people were like, I feel bad for you. They brought me the best stuff, top of the line, 25-year-old scotch and everything.
Come on.
I came back and the guy was like looking at it. He goes, oh my God, we didn't know the premium. And he was like hugging me and kissing me, I mean, that's the kind of stuff, when you're working in catering, you got to do these kind of things. We did a bake for the black tie affair for Prudential Insurance downtown at the aquarium in Boston. I get there and they didn't give me spoons for the soup, and we're setting up the clam chowder, the first course. And the guy says, where's the soup spoons? And I said to my guy, where? He says, well, they didn't pack us any. So I what am I going to do? I didn't freak out. I just grabbed the mic and I said, everybody, this is an authentic New England clam bake from the 1700s. I want everybody to pick up their bowl like this and start drinking. I had people drinking. It was coming out their sides of their faces and everything. Black tie affair.
Come on.
Yeah. So, that's the one lesson I teach people in business that I learned is that things don't always go according to plan. I tell my team all the time, you're going out to do an enrollment meeting with employees, make sure if you got hard copies in case the presentation that doesn't work out on the screen. Be ready to ad lib.
Right? Yeah.
Don't freak out and just freeze. And when it happens, think about how you can get yourself out. And that was good training for me. So we had entrepreneur training. The other thing that I think was critical in my life.
Wait, tell me that they're still doing now. They're still doing that same clam bake where they're drinking out of them.
Yeah, I don't know if they're still doing it.
It's a tradition there.
Yeah. We got away with it that time. Okay, we got away with it that time. But
probably charged 20% more for that.
They enjoyed it. That was a good. That was in the day. The one that didn't work out so good, we did for Tufts University. You ever heard of Tufts University in Boston? It's a college out there. You've heard of Tufts. So we did their graduation party, and we got out there, and they all had tickets for either chicken or lobster. Lobster tickets were a little more expensive. Not every student could afford it. Typical for this company, they shorted me lobsters, okay? So not only were we late, people were waiting in this long line. They were already drunk because of graduation. And about halfway through, I told them we're out of lobsters, and these people been waiting. They had lobster tickets. And I got a picture from the Boston Globe the next day. All of our trucks were overturned. It was a riot.
What?
All of our equipment was overturned. That was a tough one. You know what I mean?